Hello, I'm Lesley Logan, and today we're doing tips for tendon stretch on the reformer. So if you have been trying to get better at tendon stretch on the reformer or just get the balls to do it, then this is a really good video for you because we're going to go over how you can practice and get ready for it with 2 legs and with 1 leg. Okay, so I've got 2 springs on the outside. They're heavy springs. I use the Contrology springs. But if you have weighted springs, then I would make sure you have 2 heavy springs, ideally on the outside, so you have space for your feet. Now, let's go over preps for being in this position in the center. So one of the things I like people to do is sit on their foot bar and kind of get yourself wedged on the foot bar so you can push your legs out and I'm not going to fall off, right? Okay, so that's what you want to be. Now I push my legs out and I let people kind of bend and straighten a little bit just so they can feel the weight of the springs that's coming back. Dig the heels down. Lift up and over my legs. I stand in my arms and I try to bring my hips all the way through and close the spring. Now notice I didn't take my hips beyond the foot bar. We don't want to practice letting the carriage shove us in. We want to bring the carriage home. It's very important. So again, you push, you round forward, you lift, and you keep your hips in front of the foot bar. If you need to bend your knees and sit down, you can. Like if you're like, oh my God, I'm going to flip on my face. You won't. But if you were feeling that way, you could just sit down. Okay? So let's do that one more time. You are going to, press out and then lift and keep standing in your arms. Your arms are connected to your back and that's going to allow you to bring these hips all the way through. Now another prep when you're like, okay, I feel like I've got that, is actually to learn to stand with your heels reaching down and your head hanging down. Take one hand off the bar and then other hand. So now I've got spider fingers on the carriage and I'm lifting my ribs up and my stomach up and I can just take one hand back and their hand back. And then you go the other way. And you just practice reaching your legs down and lifting your stomach up. And check this out, we're just balancing. Right? And that's going to help you. Okay, so that single leg tendon stretch. How the heck do we get ready for that? Well, you have a window chair option for sure. But let's say you're just like trying to get ready here or you don't have a window chair to practice on. One thing I like to practice, and I showed you this in the other tendon stretch video, is I just like to practice with the carriage closed, hopping one leg out and the other leg in. And again, not looking forward. I look at my shins and I just hop. And I practice not letting my hips lean side to side. Okay, that's an option. Another option that I really love is being in front of my reformer. So you'll bend over and then you take one hand between the legs, palm up, and the other hand palm down. I'm going to switch so you can see this. And then you keep your hip over your foot. It's going to want to lean, but your arm's there, so you'll feel that. And then without leaning into your arm, you lift the other leg up. And you just go up and down, and you practice bringing your hip over your foot. Because when you do single leg tendon stretch, you're not allowed to lean your hip out to the side. You got to keep your hip over your foot. So you're still in your tendon stretch position just on one leg. It's really helpful. You'll feel your standing hip a lot. Like when you're doing the leg lift, the leg you're standing on is the one that feels like it's working overtime. And that's because it's true. So try those to make it so that you can learn how to stand on one leg in a forward fold without leaning to the side and lift and lower another leg. And then, do your tendon stretch, see how it goes. I'm Lesley Logan. Thank you so much for watching this, for practicing your reformer with me. You should join me on onlinepilatesclasses.com. Pick the reformer mat membership and we practice a whole theme every single week. You just take the class as many times as you want and then the following week we'll have a new class. Thank you so much for watching this, and if you loved it, please share it with a friend.
Hi, I'm Meredith, and I'm one of the people creating onlinepilatesclasses.com. One of the things that I love most about this project is that we're building the very first free online catalog of Pilates exercise how-to videos. We release 3 new videos each week. People often leave comments asking Lesley to explain a specific exercise, and you can do that too. And if you love watching these videos and believe in the project of creating this catalog, you can support it by joining Lesley every week in her online mat and reformer classes. Just go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/subscribe.